I'll now go through some settings for transmittals, and where we find these settings for transmittals will be under the settings icon. And if we go in there, this first section is devoted to transmittals, and you can see how this project is set up. The first option is on. We've allowed all units to select individual recipients. In other words, we're allowing that drop down list of everyone on the project where you can click on and off who you want to send your transmittal to. If this is set to off, then it would be a locked list and it would go to everyone on the site. The second one is a similar setting, except that it only allows the administrators on the project to select the list. So any other user, whether they be a consultant at a user level or a subcontractor at a guest level, would be locked into sending their transmittal to everyone on the project. So we've got that switched off at this stage. The third option is allow the administrator users to force send to users that have opted out of receiving transmittals. Now what I'm going to do here is just show you where that setting is that we're overriding. So if I jump into members and we look at an example here of where those settings are, and if we pick on here this particular user and hit the edit button, we'll find that he is actually set to receive transmittals. If he requested not to receive transmittals and we set him to not receive transmittals, then the setting that I showed you under the settings would override that particular setting there. So if we go back to our settings, we can see here that we will just force send to that particular user if this is switched on. So we've got this switched on because in this project we want to choose who these transmittals actually go to. The other particular transmittal notification setting of interest is this show the list of recipients on the notification that comes through to the user that's receiving the transmittal, and also in their list of transmittals that they receive. In this case we have that one switched on. The next setting we have switched off, and it's similar to this last one, only show list of recipients to the administrator and the sender. So all other recipients will not see who is on that transmittal list. We have that switched off in this case. The final switch here is another switch that actually sends an updated report every 24 hours, and it will send it overnight in a low use period, and it will actually send a report of all documents that you have not received a transmittal on previously, just to update you that drawings have been updated on the job and you haven't been notified. So that's just another option. On this project we've got that switched off. So now if I take you back to documents, and if I create a transmittal from the documents that I have selected, you'll find here now that we've got the obvious spaces to put a reason for a transmittal and subject in, but we'll have this overriding button here because of the way that I've got the settings set up, where we can select who we want to actually send our transmittal to, and that this list won't appear if we lock it down so it goes to everybody. So that's basically how we sort out our settings for transmittals with RedHub.